Hi, my name is Olga and this is my channel about startups. And today we will talk about shares. How many shares a startup needs to issue if it wants to make it right. And I am gonna talk about a Delaware C corp company that operates in the US, a startup that operates in the US and wants to fundraise in the US. So basically, 10 million shares is the answer. But you might have a question. One, why 10 million shares? Why not 10 billion shares? Or why not 1,000 shares? So the answer is this is just because it is, but there is a little bit of logic behind it. And there are two main points or assumptions why this logic is this way. So basically, you're gonna have an employee pool. I already talked about that on my channel. It's some number of shares that you will allocate or give to your future employees to motivate them work in a startup. And you will probably give a very small percentage of the whole company. For example, 0.001%. And if we convert that into shares, this percent from 10 million shares gives us 1,000 shares. And people tend to like beautiful numbers, and 1,000 shares sounds like a beautiful number. And if there were less than 10 million shares, for example, 10,000 shares, this number would be very, very small. And people like to have big numbers, like the feeling that they have a good amount of shares in their pocket. And they will try to compare the number of shares different companies will give them. So that's why the 10 million shares is a good number, because it makes your employees feel good. And second thing is, if your company goes public at some point, IPO is initial public offering, so your company will be traded. Everyone can buy shares of this company. This is a public company traded on stock exchange. And usually this company's evaluation should be at least $1 billion. So we can calculate what is the price of one share. If we have $1 billion company and 10 million shares, it gives us $100 per share. And this is also a very nice number. If we had a big amount of shares, let's say 100 million shares, the price per share would be much smaller, and investors would have a feeling of a penny company that is traded online on stock exchange. So this just $100 is just a very nice looking cost per share. So that's why people agreed in a startup world that 10 million shares is just a very solid and good number. So make sure if you open a startup and it's a Delaware C corp company, issue 10 million shares and you will be safe. Thank you so much. Give me your likes and shares. Thank you.